Gaffer, 3-1 victory here today over Huddersfield Town. How do you assess that one?
I'm so pleased with the players, with us as a club, to represent ourselves in a game like that in such a fashion was brilliant to see. I think they're obviously a very good team, with really good players, and they play in an expansive way. And I think the first 10-15 minutes were difficult for us, as in to turn the ball over on the press and block up the spaces. But I think after about 15 minutes, we sort of made a little tweak. I thought the players, it helped the players, to be a bit more compact and not have as much space to play through us. And then we started turning the ball over more. It gave our players more confidence, and we know when we can turn the ball over, we're really clinical on the counter. And but the first goal, to be fair, it wasn't really a counter. We switched to play 2 or 3 times. The football leading up to that goal was superb to see. And I thought from that moment we really just got in the ascendancy. But for the last maybe 10 minutes, I thought we were in control of a really difficult game.
And how pleasing is it to see when you can make those little tweaks on the pitch and see the impact from the players, they take it on board and can really use that and change things on the pitch?
Yeah, we sort of, I talk about talking to the players and empowering them to make decisions on the pitch to help themselves at times. But sometimes they need a bit of help from the coldness of off the pitch, to see problems, and we've got eyes in the sky as well. So I just thought once we just made that one tweak, it just helped the team connect to each other on the press, on turning the ball over. And I think we defended really well when we had to against talented players. But we know we've got talented players on in the attacking sense, and I thought the goals were really clinical, really confidence boosting for us to go in at half time 3-0. And what pleased me more than the second half, I thought we really controlled the first 30-35 minutes of it, as in where we were on the pitch in our possession. We didn't turn the ball over too many times. I thought we were still incisive, but just the last 10 minutes we got a little bit sloppy. But you're never going to dominate a game or be in control of the game for a full 90 minutes anyway.
So there are 3 clinical goals, 3 quite different goals as well. How pleasing to see that the players out there can score different types of goals in situations. Yeah,
we know we encourage them all the time to play with that freedom. To a lot of our training sessions are attack minded and scoring goals and taking goals and creating goals, and we just give them the license to go for it. I think on the first goal there's a couple of 1-2s, there's a flick through the legs, there's all that sort of thing. It's a little cutback for the finish. It's brilliant to watch. I've just looked back at it just to fully assess it, and I think it gives the players great confidence knowing that we're coming up against big teams, big clubs that have been at a higher level for the last few years. But if we do things our way, which we did today, when we let ourselves down a little bit last week, didn't play with that intensity, but you saw the intensity today. And when we do that, we're a hard team to play against, and we're also a very effective team in scoring goals.
We talked all week, straight after full time really last week, about getting a reaction and showing that. You'll have seen it on the training pitch during the week, but then the supporters get to see it today, don't they? Yeah,
I think, look, for me, being a manager, it's important we see it in the day-to-day work. But obviously the supporters only see it on a match day. So, but ultimately that's where it culminates and comes to the fore. So, and we don't want to just leave it on the training pitch either and then come to the game and not perform. But that certainly wasn't the case. I thought we trained at a great intensity on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. We gave the players a bit of data and a few visuals on, making it clear, what we're about, and they could see it. I said this about the group last year and this year. We're really honest with ourselves. If I'm up front, I just give them, information or some clips. They see it for what it is. They haven't got massive egos where they don't, they think it's a personal attack. They just go, we can definitely improve on that. And that's what we've seen this week. I thought they saw the stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday and went, well, we can definitely improve on that. And I thought we saw that today.
And how key is that accountability and that responsibility from the players when you're trying to build a successful team?
It's everything for me. I think the accountability of holding our hands up, and I hold my hands up as well. It's got to be all of us, but I think the respect and the support for each other as well. I saw there's all the players in the changing room before the game at half time for the team that was going out there. That's for me as a manager, that means so much to me, knowing that we've got 20-odd players that are committed to each other. Disappointed if they're not playing, but they're ready to perform for the team. If we can maintain that sort of humility and that work ethic, then I believe we can continue to win games of football.
It's a big game for the supporters today. First derby with Huddersfield in the league for 18 years, but the way the players handle themselves on the pitch to always block that out and treat it like any other game and be composed on the pitch and sail ahead were brilliant today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we've played quite a few games and big occasions and big atmospheres here, so I think the players have learnt. I wouldn't say learning because I think they've learnt already to enjoy it and to see it as a positive. And but you have to keep your discipline in a derby. I thought we did that really well. No one was just playing for the crowd and doing something stupid against the team. You know what I mean? When you can do that sometimes in a derby, you can get mixed up in the emotion of it. I think we had to leave that for the supporters to have that emotion, but us to play with sort of ice in our veins. And I thought the players did that for big chunks of the game. But the atmosphere just before the kick-off was just another notch up. It was superb. I could feel it on the back of my neck. It was. I was just looking at the team thinking, come on, this is a great day to win a game of football, and I'm thankful we did.
And for Bobby Pointon to do that as well as a local lad, Bradford City supporter, that showed a real maturity today, didn't it?
Yeah, I think because he'd probably been a toddler or a baby the last time it was played, so he won't have grown up watching that game, but he'd have heard about it and be really involved in it. So to play with that, but I believe Bobby always does that. I don't think he gets caught up in other things around the game. I think he's really focused on the pitch. I think he knows what his game is. He knows what his job is for the team, and he's never afraid. He shows massive courage all the time, in and out of possession, and we know get him into those areas. He knows where the goal is. He's got that knack. He's got 2 goals. I think he's chasing the third. So we'll see what comes out in the wash in the next hour or so. But look, whatever he's done, his performance as well as every other individual was top notch today.
So it was a modern day record crowd here at the University of Bradford Stadium, over 24,000 on again. It was really special atmosphere from the fans, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. I could feel it. I think the whole sort of build up to a game can add to that. But I thought just the players handled it. But it was something special for the supporters, because obviously people talk about days gone by and it's been different levels. But today we're on the same level. We're in the same league. And for us all to perform like that, and especially the crowd, it's brilliant to see. When you see the players with the supporters at the end, it's so rewarding for me as a manager, and I know all the staff, because it's what we work hard for all week to get that connection.
On a personal note, it was your 550th game as a manager. Not the, pretty much perfect way to spring that up, wasn't it today? Yeah,
clean sheet would have topped it off, but no, it's look, I can't believe how quick it's gone. I said that last week about 100 games, you know what I mean? But 550, I still feel like I've just retired from playing. But obviously I've got a short memory because it's a few years. But honestly, I get my enjoyment watching. I'm still playing games. I'm playing it through my players. I'm telling you, they're playing the game for me. It's brilliant to see.